Hello adventurers, welcome back to my channel. This video will be continuation of my Sikkim trip. If you haven't watched part 1, do watch, will be linked in the description below. In this video, you all will be virtually traveling with me for North Sikkim, East Sikkim and also World UNESCO Heritage Site, that is Kaziranga National Park. We started early in morning, bundled in layers, heading towards one of the highest points accessible to tourists in North Sikkim, Zero Point, or as locals call it, Yomsondong. At an altitude over 15,000 feet, this is where the road ends, and beyond lies only the raw, untouched expanse of the snow-covered Indo-China border. As we drove higher, the landscape transformed dramatically. The trees disappeared and the white snow began to take over. The silence up there, broken only by the occasional mountain wind, was surreal. Zero Point was freezing, but it was also incredibly peaceful. We played in the snow, took deep breaths of the crisp mountain air, and just stood there taking it all in. From there, we made our way back to another gem of North Sikkim, the enchanting Yumthang Valley, often called the Valley of Flowers. In spring, this place turns into a burst of flowers with blooming rhododendrons. Though it wasn't spring, we visited the valley still held its charm. Vast meadows surrounded by towering snow peaks, with the Teesta River following gently through. Yaks grazed lazily nearby, and the air was filled with scent of pine and earth. It was like a painting come to life. After a restful evening, we prepared to journey towards East Sikkim the next day, a route less traveled but filled with surprises. On our way, we came across a beautiful and relatively less known spot, the Elephant Lake, known as the Kupup Lake. Tucked away in the clouds at high altitude, it is named for its shape. Not far from here, we stopped at a truly unique and emotional landmark, Baba Harbhajan Singh's bunker, lovingly called Baba Ji Ka Bunker. The story of Baba Harbhajan Singh is one of deep respect and legend in the Indian Army. He was an Indian soldier who tragically died near Nathula Pass. Out of respect, the army built a bunker in his honor. So his uniform is neatly pressed every day, his bed is made, and food is offered to him just as if he were still alive. From there, we continued to the high altitude Changu Lake, one of the most popular and scenic lakes in East Sikkim, surrounded by steep snow covered cliffs and Buddhist prayer flags fluttering in the cold wind. Changu Lake looked absolutely stunning. The lake changes colors with the seasons and its beauty feels straight out of a dream. Our final stop in Sikkim was the legendary Nathula Pass, located on the old Silk Route, a place of historical and geopolitical significance. At over 14,000 feet, Nathula Pass sits right on the Indo China border, and it's one of the few border posts open to civilians on select days. As we stood there looking at the Chinese post just across the wire fence, we were reminded of how far we had come. This was also the point where the sacred Kailash Manasa Sarovar Yatra begins, a pilgrimage that takes devotees through extreme terrain to the holy Mount Kailash in Tibet. The energy here was powerful, a mix of devotion, patriotism, and respect for the brave soldiers who guard these remote frontiers. With that, it was time to say goodbye to Sikkim. It had shown us snowy peaks, sacred lakes, spiritual stories, and endless beauty. Our next destination was the world famous Kaziranga National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site known for its rich biodiversity, especially the iconic one horned rhinoceros. As our jeep rolled into the park at dawn, golden sunlight filtered through the mist, casting a magical glow on the grasslands. Monkeys, deer, and even wild elephants crossed our path as we drove through the dense forest and wide open plains. In the early morning silence, we spotted the majestic hornbill, its colorful beak and graceful flight making it one of the most beautiful birds we have ever seen. Kaziranga is one of the last strongholds of one horned rhino, and seeing them in their natural habitat was an unforgettable moment. But unfortunately, we couldn't spot tiger. The safari reminded us how deeply connected India is, from its highest snowy passes to its wildest jungles. And just like that, our journey from the icy winds of Zero Point to the warm grasslands of Kaziranga came to an end. We returned home carrying not just souvenirs but stories and deep appreciation for the incredible diversity of our country. Thank you for joining us on this unforgettable adventure. Until next time, keep traveling, keep discovering, and stay curious.